When to cut ties from someone. Understand and understand that your space, once it gets smothered, that's the perfect time to cut ties with somebody. Because y'all in the same space. Y'all need space. Y'all need the air to breathe. Y'all can't be on top of one of each other every motherfucking day. So y'all need to separate sometimes. Get a breath of fresh air. Go outside. Meet new faces. Talk to new people, places, and things. And of course, there's nothing wrong with talking to somebody. No matter if you're in a relationship or what the case. Don't be a selfish, narcissistic person. AKA, don't block your blessings, but we will never be less. Don't block your gifts for somebody else's insecurities. Because at the end of the day, teamwork made the dream work. But of course, teamwork gotta understand and understand that if you ain't working on yourself, then you can't have a team. You're just gonna have a weak team. People, places, and things that just looking out for handouts and shit. That's why everybody need to be focused on themselves. You can't be putting yourself in scenarios and circumstances of being all over the place and allowing other people to basically dictate or come up with ways of how you should live your life or enjoy yourself. You got to go out there and just basically be you, do you, no matter what the scenario is or no matter what the circumstance situation is. When to cut ties with somebody, the moment y'all have nothing to associate yourself with or be a part of or build upon, this is the perfect time to separate yourself from this person. Because all y'all going to do is basically witness and, of course, create frustration with each other. And you don't want to basically be doing that shit. You want to make sure this separation is worth the matters. You want to make sure, like, when you separate from this person, y'all don't want to have anything included. Y'all want to make sure y'all pools and y'all waters is basically in a perfect perspective. You don't want to be putting yourself in circumstances, situations, and scenarios of indulging yourself with this person. Nah, let it go, let it be. There's too many people, places, and things in this world that you have to meet and basically need to experience. And of course, if you're not with the right people or if you're not with the right crowd, then of course you're with a bunch of squares. And of course, that's a learning process, which is a square, a box. You're boxed in. It's trying to separate. It's trying to break out of that box. And of course, it's time to get in your box, aka don't step in my box or it's going to be a problem. But when we talking about cutting ties with people, places, and things, the moment the person you associate yourself with, they don't have a consideration of what you into or if they're not into the shit you into, this is the perfect time to cut ties with this person. Because at the end of the day, you're not on the same spaceship. You're not on the same frequency level. And of course, the shit that you into got to be on a higher perspective or a higher level. Now, if it's just some mundane shit, of course, we all get into that shit. But if it's some shit that's basically trying to better you or put you in the position to basically level yourself and level up in life, and if they not appreciating or if they not basically with that, you need to separate yourself from that person. Why do I say this? Because at the end of the day, this world is created for people to basically get lost into certain programs. And of course, not everybody want to be lost in programs. So of course, if you got somebody that's basically stepping up to the place, trying to get their own cake, then of course the person that's in the program, they're going to be looking at this person like, okay, this is not the right thing to do. This is the right thing to do. But who the fuck said that you should be doing that shit? If I want to do this shit, I want to do this shit for the good. If you want to basically be stuck into one position for your whole life, then you can do that shit. But me, don't try to stop me because it's going to be a problem. You putting blood on your hands by you trying to stop me. You only putting yourself in a circumstance situation of hurting yourself. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep doing me while I keep looking at you, and your ass not doing that. You're just celebrating failure. And of course, you're not trying to move up or elevate yourself. So you surrounding yourself with a bunch of cats, a bunch of squares. These are the people, places, and things that you need to cut ties from because they're not into the shit you went to. So what's the whole purpose of you even basically putting yourself in that frame or putting yourself in that spectrum? Real shit. Another thing where you need to cut ties with somebody. If you don't fuck with a person, you don't talk to a person, but you see the other person talking to that person, you need to cut ties with that person that they talk to too. Because at the end of the day, just because you ain't talking to that person, but you talk to this other person, that don't mean shit. Because at the end of the day, the person that you're not talking to could basically be trying to put shit into the other person that you talk to head. And of course, this can put y'all in a circumstance situation of creating drama. And of course, that person that you talk to can be basically picking up the demons and from the other person that they don't talk to. And of course, this could put y'all in a circumstance situation of indulging and creating more catastrophic events, more downery. So of course, the vessels out here can basically be possessing that motherfucker. So you got to be very cautious and very aware who you associate yourself with. And of course, another thing, when you need to cut ties from someone, when they start to become a constant burden. Because of course, all them burdens, all that heaviness, they trying to basically put some of that shit on you. They don't know how to create or destroy their burdens. So, of course, they're going to put their burdens on you. They're going to put their responsibilities on you. They're going to put their problems on you. And, of course, you don't want to be carrying too many people's problems or putting too many people's responsibilities. So, you need to cut ties from these motherfuckers, especially if they ain't spiritually strong enough to basically take care of their own shit. Because, of course, you're going to keep taking care of their shit, and you're going to be in that position one day. Now, you're going to be doing this, doing that. Everybody got their own responsibilities that they got to motherfucking take care of. And, of course, if they can't take care of responsibilities, what the fuck is you in this body for? Create ideas and create patterns where you can basically go into other ways and go into other vibes where you can be able to actually break away from certain shit that's basically holding you down. Yeah, a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people just basically want to be on a pedestal and, of course, look for you. No, don't do that shit. These are the people you need to separate from. Don't feel no way about it. For me, you just got to separate yourself away from these people, places, and things because, of course, they start to become a problem. Yeah, we all got problems and shit, but we ain't trying to get another 100 problems in this motherfucker. So we gotta learn how to basically separate ourselves from these people too. Don't be putting yourself in other people's positions or other people's circumferences or other people's fucking demons and shit, because you're gonna be carrying their demons. You're gonna be carrying their parasites. You're gonna be carrying they tapeworms and shit. And these worms, they get very touchy. They know how to stick onto things. So, of course, you need to separate yourself from these people in general and stop putting yourself in circumstances and situations to basically accumulate or put yourself with these people. Separate, detach, ASAP. No Rocky. And, of course, everything can be very gravy. And that's basically when you need to cut ties from certain people, places, and things. Another reason you need to cut ties from people, places, and things, if they ain't doing shit in life, or if they ain't got an idea, they ain't got shit in life. Just fucking sitting around, not doing shit with themselves. These are the motherfuckers you need to separate from too. Because, of course, what you pay attention to is what you receive. If you paying attention to their shit, you paying attention to that shit, you putting yourself in that fucking vortex, that vision, that frame. So, of course, you need to separate, spiral out of that circumference. Don't even step into their box. Don't even allow them to get in your box. You need to box yourself away from these motherfuckers and keep moving forward and stop looking back. Because when you look back, your ass gonna see them demons coming right back at your ass. That's why you need to keep moving forward. Spirit never want to keep going back. But of course, sometimes I may have to go back to remind you that you should not be putting yourself in that space. Because we've been there and we've done that. And of course, we don't need to be coming back here to repeat the same experiences. So it's time to elevate. Elevate your motherfucking soul and create your own elevator so we can go up and not get stuck. Because, of course, getting stuck, you got to wait. What happens when you got to wait when you get stuck? Because you stuck into one idea, one frame, one pattern, and your ass is not moving. So it's time to elevate. It's time to rise above every circumstance, situation that you put yourself in. Yeah, motherfucker.